Mercedes-Benz GLE-Class Coupe 2015 Car Review. Performance. There are three distinct power plants providing Mercedes-Benz GLE Coupe performance, two conventional models, and a single sizzling Mercedes-AMG GLE-63 version, covered in a separate review. Every GLE comes with Dynamic Select, which allows the driver to switch driving modes between comfort, slippery and sport. The car will then adjust the steering, throttle response, gear change velocity and suspension settings to suit. The 450 AMG model has a Sport Plus mode too, which is even more extreme. 9-speed automatic gearbox. Both GLE 350D and GLE 450 AMG use a 9-speed automatic gearbox which changes gears very quickly and smoothly, though both depend on the driving mode you're in. The only problem is that during normal driving it seems to get a little confused, and quite often this results in a push of the throttle followed by a gear change rather than meaningful acceleration. It can become frustrating at times because it never seems able to preempt the gear you need, so there's always work for it to do before the engine comes into play. Diesel GLE Coupe. The GLE 350D makes use of a 3-litre diesel engine. It produces 255 bhp and 620 Nm or torque at 1,600 revolutions per minute, which equates to 0.62 miles per hour sprint in 7 seconds and a top speed of 140 miles per hour. This engine feels very accomplished on the road, with loads of pulling power on offer. It doesn't sound particularly lively, but isn't as noisy as smaller 4-cylinder offerings from the firm. This engine is probably the pick of the bunch for most drivers. We can't see many plumping for the petrol 450 AMG version, so unless you're going for the rapid AMG GLE-63 model, this is your only option. Petrol GLE Coupe. The GLE 450 AMG is a V6 measuring 3 litres too, but it's powered by petrol and develops 362 bhp along with 520 Nm of torque at between 1,800 and 4,000 revolutions per minute. This version is a good engine, but seems a little difficult to understand. It's a lively enough thing to drive, with its power delivery gaining momentum as the revs rise to the red line. But since it's mated to that 9-speed gearbox, any enjoyment you expect is dulled into insignificance. Switching the Dynamic Select switch to Sport Plus, only available on the 450 AMG, unlocks the best Mercedes-Benz GLE Coupe performance outside the proper AMG version, and sure enough the exhaust note is noisy in a sporty way, with pops on downshifts reminiscent of a racing car. It's just a shame the handling isn't quite so engaging. Handling. Moving exterior Mercedes-Benz GLE-Class Coupe 15 on 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 view full gallery. Let's get one thing straight right at the start. While Mercedes-Benz's marketing material goes on about the virtues of a coupe as sporty and fun to drive, this is a car that weighs over 2 tons. With that in mind, it's never going to be the most agile thing on the planet. Even so, this is a car trumped by both the BMW X6 and the Porsche Cayenne in this respect. No matter which version we drove, there was an inherent lack of body control in corners, and the upshot is a car that doesn't inspire confidence when pressing on. Coupled with dimensions that would make a military tank jealous, and you really don't feel like winding up the wick as you would with other sporty AMG models. It's perhaps better to think of this car as a lifestyle SUV, which means that it's at its best driven slower. The only problem, then, is that it doesn't ride particularly well for its class either. There's a jiggle noticeable through the chassis at most speeds, so there's never a really happy medium. We did like the steering, which is nicely weighted and offers decent feedback. Its heaviness can be altered using the Dynamic Select rotary control, and so can the firmness of the adaptive air suspension. We preferred it in comfort mode, though. There's a slippery setting as well which caters for less tone-perfect road conditions such as snow and ice. The GLE 450 AMG Coupe gets a Sport Plus setting too, which offers the ultimate in sporty driving outside of a full-bore Mercedes-AMG GLE-63 model. Equipment. You've got two versions of this car available, the option to upgrade to Design No Line for both, and a huge array of optional extras to further personalize as you see fit. The specifications are known as GLE 350D AMG line and GLE 450 AMG. Standard Mercedes-Benz GLE Coupe equipment, at the bottom of the range and only available with the GLE 350D diesel engine. AMG line still secures you a lot of equipment. There's an automatic parking system incorporating rear view camera, the automatic air suspension system, AMG body styling, dynamic select with 4 driving modes, a powered tailgate, LED headlamps and tinted windows. You also get a 3-spoke multifunction steering wheel, AMG floor mats, DAB digital radio, heated front seats, keyless go, automatic climate control and a touchpad for the multimedia system. For GLE 350D Design No Line you get a 360-degree parking camera, soft closing boot and doors, illuminated running boards and a panoramic electric sunroof. Inside it nets you heated, cooled and massaging front seats, heated rear seats and steering wheel, temperature-controlled cup holders, a memory package for the front seats and a plusher interior trim. Those going for the GLE 450 AMG will get you another driving mode for the dynamic select system, Sport Plus, along with a sports exhaust system and suspension based on the Mercedes-AMG GLE-63S model. There's an AMG steering wheel too, and AMG-specific all-wheel drive with more of a rear bias. The night package is thrown in too, netting you 21-inch alloy wheels and black accents on the exterior of the car. You can also add the Design No Line specification to this model, as detailed above. Optional Mercedes-Benz GLE Coupe accessories. You've got a massive range of extras to further personalize your GLE Coupe. There are Premium and Premium Plus packages to begin with. The former nets you the 360-degree parking camera, a memory package for the front seats, panoramic electric sunroof and illuminated running boards. The Plus package also gets you the Harman Kardon speaker system and keyless entry and go. The driving assistance package includes active blind spot assist, warns and then steers away from cars in your blind spot. Active lane keeping assist steers you back into your lane if you drift without indicating. Radar-guided cruise control and a host of brake-based safety systems including automatic emergency braking and collision anticipation technology. Those with children may want to investigate the entertainment package, including screens on the rear of the front seats and a TV tuner for digital TV. A sports package nets you 22-inch wheels and the active curve system, a suspension setup which resists body roll through the use of active roll bars. Other options are available separately, including the likes of an even better Bang & Olufsen stereo system, an electronically deployed tow bar and of course the option of myriad paint finishes and interior styling combinations. Comfort. In a curious turn of events, if you were expecting Mercedes-Benz GLE Coupe comfort levels to match other premium SUVs, you'll be disappointed. While based on the SUV version of the GLE, this is a harder, sportier model and as such suffers with poor ride quality. This is emphasized further by larger wheels. You can have up to a monstrous 22 inches and was very noticeable on smooth German roads, so we can't imagine what it'll be like in the UK. We did like the seats, which were very supportive and come with the option of heating, cooling and massaging depending on specification. They're very easily adjustable and it's easy to find a good driving position. Wind and road noise aren't too loud, but the latter rises with the size of wheels you've picked. The engines are nice and quiet unless you're in Sport Plus mode on the GLE 450 AMG, which means the sports exhaust will bark and pop rudely at anyone who's looking. Practicality. The first thing to note is that in our opinion, Mercedes-Benz GLE Coupe practicality is hamstrung by the incredibly high boot lip. It sits way taller than most dogs will be able to manage, and while deep enough to accommodate 650 litres of luggage, 70 litres more than the X6, we wouldn't want to think about lifting heavier objects that far off the ground. You can fold the rear seats down to unlock a huge 1,720 litres of load space. Inside, however, this is a relatively practical vehicle. You've got a number of cubbies indoors and between the front seats, and the glove box is of a decent size too. There are cup holders too, but one of this car's party tricks is that the front ones can be heated or cooled, depending on specification, to keep your drink at the right temperature. Towing with the Mercedes-Benz GLE Coupe, with such powerful engines, it'll come as no surprise to learn this makes a great tow car. The brake towing weight is 2,900 kilograms and its least capable specification, rising to a Range Rover matching 3,500 kilograms for the GLE 450 AMG model. There's an optional electronically retractable tow bar available too, and the suspension will self-level to compensate for the load hitch to the back. Safety. As you might expect, Mercedes-Benz GLE Coupe safety levels are incredibly high. This is a firm which prides itself on building cars that keep other motorists, occupants and pedestrians in decent working order. While it hasn't been tested by Euro NCAP at this point, the GLE SUV, which this car is based on, gained a 5-star rating when originally tested as the M-Class. We've got no reason to suspect this car is any worse. There are countless safety systems on board and more available as optional extras. Standard Mercedes-Benz GLE Coupe safety equipment. Highlights from the standard kit list include a number of airbags: driver, front passenger, driver's knee, side bags and window bags, an electronic parking brake including hill hold function, an active bonnet for pedestrian safety, a fatigue detection and warning system, automatic braking, crosswind assist detects and steers when strong gusts are detected, downhill speed regulation DSR, manually adjustable head restraints, 2 ISOFIX points in the rear, traffic sign recognition and a tire pressure monitoring system. Optional Mercedes-Benz GLE Coupe safety features. While many options are available separately, if you're concerned about safety, then the one to look at first is the driving assistance package. This includes an active blind spot assist program which will warn of cars in your blind spot but also steer the car away from them if you begin to move towards them. There's an active lane keeping assist function too, which will steer you back into a lane if you drift out. Brake Assist Plus Bars Plus can apply more braking power if it detects it necessary, while Distronic Plus is a system which latches onto the car in front of you and maintains a safe distance, right up to a driver-selected speed. You also get Pre-Safe Plus, which can detect an impending rear-end collision and prepare the car by tensioning seatbelts, activating hazard lights and closing windows. Reliability. There shouldn't be much to worry about here. Mercedes-Benz GLE Coupe reliability should be every bit as good as the GLE SUV it's based on, and since that car is actually the old M-Class underneath, we don't foresee too many issues. There weren't any major recalls and we haven't heard any horror stories to be aware of. It currently scores an average of 4 stars in our Mercedes-Benz GLE owners' reviews too. Our only concern is that the GLE 450 AMG engine is new, and the 9-speed automatic gearbox too. The latter is incredibly complex, so there's a lot to go wrong.